And that is our new intro song.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I forgot we were live. I started moving my hips.
Oh, did you? Shaking your little white boy, prepubescent 10-year-old. God, you are a white guy.
I know. The light's not helping.
No, the light has nothing to do with your
It's in my heritage.
Yeah, you're just straight boxy.
Oh.
No ass, no hips.
The shame.
You really, all you need is skull to complete what you are.
I need plastic surgery.
Why haven't you gone with chew? I know you drink and you smoke.
You know, I dipped a couple times, but I never stuck to it. Now snus or whatever the hell that is.
Snus, like, yes.
The snooze.
Snooze.
The little packet thing that isn't like loose tobacco. That's a little better idea,
like
I guess.
Chew, there's chaw, there's snuff.
There's snuff.
If you're talking like George Washington times.
No, I was in the military.
Wasn't that just dried mint?
Dude, I have no idea. It's so weird. I've tried it before. So.
Was it white powder? Because that's not snuff.
No,
it's great.
I
but
knew
it's
you were
not
gonna make
snuff.
the joke.
Everyone, this is the 500th episode of Papa's Basement. We are coming to you live. We've got Black by Disco Muerte. There, I got it.
Disco Muerte.
Disco Muerte. Playing in the background, my brother's act. It's good stuff. Please find it and download it. And I don't want to brag about my Spanish knowledge. I think it is.
Cool.
But I believe that means dead disco. Disco dead?
Yeah.
Something like that.
Dead. Wait. That's bad timing.
What do you mean?
Mm-mm.
What was? Oh,
I don't know.
It's not Dead Gay Club. It's
Okay.
not.
Oh, wow.
It's not
Discoteca.
Orlando Muerte. So
Discoteca.
please try to refrain from shoving my brother's new act under the bus.
I think you guys should listen to it.
It's good. I like it. Show's website, inpapasbasement.com. Go there for all 500 episodes. I'm going to level with you. You can skip that first 100-ish. They're kind of dreck.
I did.
Let's keeps it real. You can find us on YouTube. You can find us on Facebook. I'm John Papa Giorgio on Twitter at Papa's Basement. Instagram, the same deal. And you guys do your intros.
I am at P Maybe. I run a Tumblr, sort of. Maybe not. That's on Tumblr.
Don't say sort of. God damn it, man.
Sort
Own
of.
it.
I mean, I push the show out, and I'll talk about the show a little bit, and every now and then I'll give you guys some monologue jokes and a little late night comedy.
Just because you're lazy doesn't mean you sort of tumble. I didn't sort of look at pornography earlier today. I did.
I guess I do, right?
Yeah. Half-heartedly.
If it happens once,
did it.
you did it. Yeah. You don't sort of murder somebody.
Exactly. Or sort of grab their ass. We'll get to that later.
Oh, yeah.
Howard.
Looking at you.
Howard.
What do I have available? I'm not really using Twitter much these days, man. I guess Howard the Lawyer on Instagram.
Howard the Lawyer.
Howard the Lawyer.
I occasionally do stuff there.
What do you post? I haven't followed Howard. No, do I follow Howard the Lawyer?
Usually bottles of wine that I recently finished.
That sounds like a lawyer.
Oh, so you're a classy wino now.
That sounds like a lawyer.
Sometimes like street food that I'm about to eat.
Nice.
Weird things like that.
It's weirdly reminiscent.
I love how certain consumables you get to post and you're just classy, but you could put like a syringe all filled up with brown tar.
Use this.
Yeah, or just a blacked out girl on your bed. People frown upon that as well.
Doesn't this look dope?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Going to tear into this in a second.
I put a filter on it. Right? People might
That'll
listen to
class it up.
Howard the Lawyer. That reminds me of Howard the Duck.
Yeah, no, that's
kind of. And I was
purposeful.
like,
You're
I think
welcome.
I like it.
So it is the 500th episode of Papa's Basement. And I'll be honest, I didn't think we would ever hit 500 episodes. Not that it was some big goal, or it's just I believed something would have happened by now.
Were you thinking that recently, John?
Well,
Because I feel like you should have let me know.
that
I mean, you could have, if you were thinking of this earlier, like say 350, whatever. I've been on the last 40.
I'm
You were
pretty
thinking
sure.
of
who's counting, but
recently.
you're like the last 42.
I'm pretty sure in episode 499 you were at least indirectly communicating to Ron that you've always had this dream that there's still people in radio who are going to come down from the clouds and throw millions of dollars at you to do a radio show.
They really might.
It's scary how much you know me, Howard, because that is really what I go to bed consoling myself with every night. Just to me, I love podcasting. I know it's huge. Some part of me feels like I just hit my 500th home run for the Frederick Keys.
Nah.
You know, like And I'm
Yeah.
getting interviewed after
Am I
hitting
ever
that
getting out of
500th
here?
dinger. Yeah, and good on
Do you
me.
want me, O's?
Not many people hit 500 home runs for a minor league team.
Right?
But at some point, I wanted to smash a few for the Yankees.
Exactly.
That's what I'm
Can
getting
I?
at.
Oh, yeah.
So-
Or be Chris Davis.
There was a big, it's been a lot of debate regarding what we're going to do to celebrate the 500th episode. Will we have extra guests? Will we have callers? Will we plan a special segment? And here's what I came up with. A party favor sound effect.
Nice.
Every so often, we're just going to bust this bad boy out. So you know it's a party up in here because we're celebrating the Cinco.
This is how we do
The Cinco
it.
ZZ. There we go. I feel stronger hearing that. The timing couldn't have gotten better. 500 episodes, and
Yeah.
instead of
Totally.
we had a lot of hype behind episode 499. Again, thanks to Ron
Did
and Gail
we?
Bennington. I'd like to think maybe we just got so much better between episodes 498 and 499, and that's why people have gone nuts for 499. But who are we kidding? We had the cast of Bennington on.
We killed.
Yeah, we did.
They made it easy.
Like I said, being
They cast their little fairy dust over us, and we were like, boom.
Being
All of
on
a
the
sudden, we can do
radio-
this. We can kick ass.
with Ron Bennington, it's like adding LeBron James to a team.
Yeah.
They're going to get a couple more wins that next season.
All
Mark
of a
my
sudden, we're
words.
winning.
Maybe 5, upwards of 6.
Yeah.
So again, thanks to those guys.
Pastor Ron.
And we were riding high, thinking this is the beginning of big things, but no, because Pete,
Chill.
do you want to take it from here?
Don't step on my
This
foot.
was the news I got
Oh, yeah,
later
you're
in the
right.
day, really right after posting the episode with Ron and Gail of Bennington.
Now, is that gonna make it through the cut?
Is what going to make it through the cut?
Okay, so here's the deal, guys.
Is what?
This
You-
is
what-
this is
I'm
this is
confused as hell.
the episode. You said, did you drop our latest episode with Ron and Gail over at the station?
No. That
The
will not make the cut.
station
The station is
will
missing
not
out
make the
on
cut.
the only episode we've ever done that I'm truly proud of.
and it was so thankful, guys, because really the Lord giveth, the Lord taketh.
We have been for 3 months now, maybe 4
Sorry, we're
months.
being a little cryptic here.
I'm not trying to be cryptic. That's kind of crap radio. We've been for about 3 or 4 months on a local station, WERA. It's a community station, but unlike WRLD, where we broadcast now, it's not just an internet signal. It actually has a low-powered FM signal. We're heard in DC. We're heard in Arlington. We're not heard by anyone. Not to throw ERA under the bus here. We have gotten exactly 0 Twitter follows, 0 Facebook likes.
Nothing that says, hey, I was listening to this on WERA.
I could have murdered someone over the course of 52 minutes, done a Kitty Genovese, and
Nobody would have noticed.
don't think, it would have even been admitted into evidence.
You know who did notice? Apparently, every single member on the PARC board.
Well, you're being cryptic, so please
So
decryptify.
here's the thing. John got an email because he is the host. So he did. He is the person to receive this letter. And then he forwarded it to me. And I was just heartbroken. John was just laughing.
Well, I read it once and was livid, but there was nothing to do other than forward it to you. And then I didn't sort of look at porn to cheer myself up. I did. And then you were angry too, rightfully so, and looked
Absolutely.
at it 4 or 5
I called you
times.
immediately.
I wanted to delete it. I'm one of those guys, if something bad happens to me, I delete it. I just pretend it didn't happen.
So we'll get right into it. Okay.
Sure. Let's
This
hear
isn't the full
email.
email, but I think this is proper to start here. We regret to inform you that as a result of our findings, the PARC unanimously voted to suspend Papa's Basement effective immediately. While we found the program to be technically excellent and often entertaining, we
I like
also-
technically excellent.
technically excellent. I
You're
mean,
great behind a mic.
everybody else sounds like jackholes on the radio, but you guys are technically
It's
fine.
really just a bunch of guys that smell of various chickpea dishes playing sitar music. But and you are a bright star.
Well, you don't like French classical
in
at
that
5
filthy
p.m. drive
galaxy.
time, John?
We'll get to that specific in a minute. You got a
Okay.
little specific with that. We'll elaborate.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I feel like we heard your bang sounds right there. I felt like
That was a little
I
bit.
felt like we were both.
That
your
was
chick
kinda my
and you
O
were
face.
on top of us, like. Oh.
Yeah, they're hard to distinguish. So here we go. Where did I leave off? Effective immediately. While we found the program to be technically excellent and often entertaining, we also found and often entertaining. Thanks. We also found that the program has problems in 2 specific areas.
Oh, let's hear those.
1. The program consistently fails to make any connection to the Arlington community and never even identifies itself as being a WERA program.
Here's the irony, WERA. We're sure as hell talking about you now. We're identifying you real good.
Also, you guys have an automated system that on the hour says you were listening to WERA.
Yeah, why do I
How
have
is that
to-
our problem?
Am I
And we're not
Frankie
in there
2
live.
times? Get the papers, I got to stutter it out.
Yeah.
You did the work for me.
Guess what? People don't want to hear that.
Oh,
They don't want to hear it twice.
No, that's actually incorrect because every episode of Seinfeld started with Jerry saying, "Hey, you're watching Seinfeld on
Seinfeld.
NBC, 9
This
p.m.
is
Thursdays."
Seinfeld.
Now to my stand-up routine.
The
Bow,
Simpsons.
bow, bow, bum, bum.
You're watching. So that was great. The PARC has established localism as a key value for programming on WERA, and we find that Papa's Basement fails to meet that value.
To paraphrase John Lennon, I don't believe in localism. I just believe in me.
Are
Continue.
you dissing my value?
We're not into localism.
No, we're not into
Actually,
localism.
We had to be very
Just
into
like French
localism
classical is.
because these people, despite owning a radio station, would not accept us uploading a file from afar.
Oh, we had to hand them digital media.
I had to drive in and I pulled the old hippie shtick where I was like, look, I'm
You
really
did.
into a green planet. I think it's kind of disgusting. I have to drive 40 miles round trip
That was funny.
and put these carbon emissions in the air. Oh, I was pulling it out. I was like, these lefties are going to eat this crap up. And I'm like, it's really gross. I have to do this.
We got them for a little bit.
Can I just upload it? And their answer was, how about you give us a bunch of episodes at once? But no, we
Thanks,
haven't mastered
guys.
the art of Dropbox.
Of Dropbox.
So I pulled a Rickon brand or whatever the hell the kid from Game of Thrones is. And by the end, I was tying the USB stick to three-eyed crows and hoping they got to the station on time. Also, we had to upload the show 72 hours in advance
Yeah.
because it's that goddamn hard
Also, when
to drag and drop a file.
Also, when you got there, you had to upload the file yourself. You had to put it through the machine.
Mhm.
You didn't just hand it to someone. You put it in the computer while you were there. So it's totally
You know what
ridiculous.
wasn't technically excellent? That goddamn station. That was technically abysmal.
Effing right, bro. Number 2,
Yes.
the program's content is often troubling.
Troubling.
Hmm.
Because we tell it like it is.
We do.
We keeps it real. That was me appealing to our urban demo. Continue.
Nailed it. We found the program's frequent attempts to find humor in such subjects as sex, gender, homosexuality, race, religion, and ethnicity to be of concern. Our view is that these subjects can sometimes be used for comedy purposes, but WERA is a broadcast station and must conform not only to FCC guidelines, but also to community standards of good taste.
So apparently in Alexandria, race, religion, and sexual orientation, and what else were we having fun with? Ethnicity.
Okay, what do we got?
None of that is comedic in Alexandria.
Sex,
People,
gender,
if you're buying a home there, be forewarned. Polish subway, a Polish submarine screen door joke, frowned upon. Just putting it right out there.
Yeah.
Learn to say your zims and
So much
zers.
for localism too. Like, how are you
Exactly.
localism if you don't address any of those?
Well, it
subjects?
sounds very local. that
Let's
they-
break down barriers,
they
guys.
hate that kind of humor in
Jeez.
Alexandria.
Sorry,
Apparently,
I've been quiet over here. 'cause
bunch of misers.
I've been trying to figure out like
How to hack their
That-
system.
no, that phrase "good taste" is like extremely bothersome. Like what? What does that even mean?
It's a little rude.
Nah, it's basically just really when it comes down to it, it's I hate to go law school on this. But
Please
it's,
do.
It feels like viewpoint discrimination to me. Like it seems like what they're saying really isn't something that a government funded radio station should be able to tell someone.
You
That's
hear
just
that?
my opinion. So
You hear
They're
that?
not, yeah, that they're not supposed to have an opinion on how our content is viewed by other people.
I mean, if you guys were actually profane, where you just like got on air, and,
Which we
are you
haven't-
guys
which
speaking?
we
Which are you gonna put this on radio?
Moi?
Of course.
Never.
Okay. Well, if I just started like saying the F word over and over again, yeah, you can definitely like stop people from doing that. That has no point.
Yes.
It kind of does, in my opinion. But like I understand why.
It buys time. It's great. Have you ever heard any rap freestyle ever?
It just
It's yo and
Makes
F.
for a good chorus.
I mean, it's just like Fairfax is this radio station's been around forever. They know what they do. Like we've actually gone to them on occasion to be like, hey, could you listen to this? Make sure it's cool with the FCC. They have no idea what they're doing in Arlington. They really don't.
Yeah.
They have no idea what the
Fairfax knows what
FCC really wants for
That's
the
not
airwaves.
just slight the staff. Like the
Fairfax,
actual staff we dealt
Fairfax.
with was good. Like Jesse was an improv guy. Kind of had wild
I thought he had
hair.
our back. I guess he's not on the board. Oh, could
No,
you look at
yeah.
the board if you
I'd-
could find that? That'd be
I'd say
great.
he
The
looks like
PARC, that would be fantastic.
Piper's brother in Orange is the New Black. It's not the most flattering comparison. He looks like a sexier version of that guy. That's how you got to see that up. He had that air to him. He was an improv. He was a nice guy. And then
Yeah.
there's
Kind of sucks. I think he was the only one on our team.
yeah. I'm getting the feeling Lori, our program director there,
I
maybe
don't-
didn't care for us so
I
much.
couldn't read it.
I don't know. But we're off that. We're very off that. I'm going to miss having to drive about 90 minutes round trip in this area's traffic to dump off a file that gets no listeners.
So
Breaking my damn heart.
I can't believe you guys ever went to them, honestly, because I went to take a couple classes
why
there.
don't
and
you
I
just
noticed-
try and get a couple things?
I'm just saying, like, I looked at their distribution map and I laughed. It doesn't go anywhere. Like, it doesn't even cover all of Arlington.
No, we could have literally gotten one of those magic microphones that broadcasts over radios
I'll be
within
picking you up later.
around 40 feet and just driven through Arlington and DC and hit more people. I'm going to level with you. But we thought
I'm
maybe,
stuck in the well.
maybe, just maybe,
I'm stuck in the basement.
2 people could have heard us, 3 people, and cared. But they jammed us at 10 p.m. on a Friday.
Yeah,
In
and
radio,
that's
we
the-
call that a real cherry
Yeah,
slot.
that's the other part. That's just like, what's the point of even getting rid of us? They must have really not liked us because it's like 10 p.m. on a Friday night. Nobody is checking that out.
I mean, what sort of like Himalayan goat blowing music is going to take
At
the
5
place?
at
Yeah.
5 p.m. They're already done. They're already listening to that at 5 p.m.
they
so
don't
why would anybody
care.
check in at 10?
They gave one guy, like, they had to pry us out of the Friday 10 p.m. slot. But there's one dude who I believe does a Spanish language broadcast. Don't quote me on that because I'm really unsure. But one guy got, I
No, he
SU
said
not,
something.
Monday through Friday, 5 to 6 p.m.
Yeah.
Like, I don't care how low power your station is. That's goddamn
Nobody should have that
drive
power.
time in DC given to someone off the bat.
Yeah.
Like, who did
Nobody
he
should have that power. I don't know.
Does he say WERA like
Is he
every
swinging?
8
He must
seconds?
be swinging.
Like he has a nervous tick. I mean, how community does he get?
Maybe it's deep pockets. I don't know.
The one time we turned on this piece of S station, they were playing. He made reference to it, like 1964 French jazz, which sounds cool for a minute, but
it was 5:30.
You riddle me how that relates in
It's
any way
5:30 p.m.
to Arlington when some son of a bitch like Pepe Le Pew comes on. Hey, oh, this reminds me of my youth in the countryside, blah, blah, blah. And then to another.
Yeah,
French
totally,
song.
man. Totally.
Like, what does that have to do with Arlington?
I'll think about
Unless
this
we're
over
talking
brunch.
Arlington, France, which I didn't know was a thing. There's-
Apparently it is. That's our sister
Draw me
station.
that parallel. What, he said, welcome to ERA at the front?
Welcome.
I mean, I'll put it this way. For people who have no clue about the DC area, I can tell you that this radio station, it's not entirely their fault. It really is about the crummy community where they're located. Because Clarendon within Arlington County is the type of place where if you go a block south of the radio station, you've got an amazing set of restaurants, bars. It's kind of a fun place for like young white people to go like grind on each other before they go home.
Don't leave out that part. That place is segregated like barking shepherds and fire hose.
Oh, yeah.
But it's not
segregated.
just race on the side of like young people going out to have fun. You go block the other direction from the radio station. You got a bunch of old white people with $900,000 to like $900,000 homes who are like, you can't park here if you're going to party on the fun side of town. Like nobody can park here after 6 p.m. That's the rule. You have to have a permit. And I understand some need for regulation on parking, but they're totally doing it to screw over kids trying to have some fun.
Really, the town from Footloose and we were a couple of Kevin Bacons strutting in the door. That's what it was.
No, they weren't ready for us. But you know what? That's fine because now we're the bad boys of radio.
Exactly.
This is only the beginning. There's so many places we are going to get kicked out of. At least that's my opinion.
I already have the t-shirts
And I'm fine with
whipped
that.
up. It says Bad Boys of Radio kicked off WERA. So we can walk through the city and people go, where?
Oh, what'd you do?
What's
What'd
WERA?
you do to get in here?
Have I heard it? And we'll say, no, you haven't.
No, you haven't.
Opie Anthony will think you guys have street cred now.
Already shut it
Oh,
down.
hell yeah. Now all we need to do is have sex in a church next door to WERA.
Ooh, I heard it was anal.
Step 2 in our O&A. Our O&A homage.
We need something like that. Yeah.
With
gotta,
each other.
yeah, personally, we
You gotta
try
level up.
You know, it sucks. Like, we really do. We should have actually tried to even like a little harder.
Oh, to be bad boys?
Yeah.
What could we have done?
I don't know. We could have driven a brown Mustang to come in here.
That's
all
not
you're-
the segment we were getting to.
What was this segment? Oh, God.
One damn episode I tried to prep something.
Oh, my Jesus.
We were going
No,
to get to the dude beating his wife.
I know exactly what we're going to talk to. No.
Our
I
Mustangs later.
wanted to tease a little something, right? I wanted
That
just
would've
to
been
tease it.
so esoteric.
But you know what? Like, we didn't do anything that was that bad. They knew our content when we were coming in there, and we didn't even change it up. We've always been FCC compliant, and we haven't dropped any F-bombs or any S-bombs that I didn't curate.
We did a
But
lot
you-
of bleeping
but you know
for
what?
them.
Like-
we really tried to play ball.
Yeah, we tried, but apparently some local radio
I'm sorry
stations...
we're the first people to ever mind sex and race for comedy. I think somehow we might be onto something.
I know, right?
Maybe some stand-up out there, some young Lenny Bruce will think of something funny in sex and say it on a stage
But-
someday.
You know what we didn't do was we didn't physically assault anybody,
Well,
especially our wives.
wait till Friday.
which we don't have any. But even if we did, would never. And
Why-
we haven't done that here.
You're really bringing up wife assault.
Did you hear?
Please tell.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Did you hear?
No,
Howard,
I have no
Howard
idea.
doesn't know.
Oh yeah. You
I'm
don't
trying
like?
to
Do you listen to
act.
like local radio? Well, why would you
I
even
do
listen to this
sometimes,
garbage?
but not
Who would listen to this
not
garbage?
every day.
Okay, well, it's garbage.
We
So
have
I
some
don't
good
blame
news.
anybody for like not hearing it.
We have
Oh.
some very good news regarding a host that we've pilloried at least once on the show.
Okay.
Oh, we did an entire episode on how we are just going to take over his spot
One of
with our
these days.
clean-natured show.
Well, we
In fact, it
don't
was
beat
our
wives.
first episode for Arlington.
Yeah, we don't beat our wives, so that's a step in the right direction to taking.
It's
this
a
man's
full
time slot.
circle.
Was it
You-
G. Gordon Liddy?
I think.
Okay, you
I
know,
think
if G.
that-
Gordon beat his wife, she had it coming.
I think that you guys should take.
If G. Gordon's wiping blood off of that shiny bullet head of his, you know what? She shouldn't have burned it.
What do you
That's
head
all I'm
butter?
saying. I could see G. Gordon putting on black leather gloves and wrapping a bike chain around his hand and giving the what to the missus.
What is this drive
Oh no!
or something like what?
And
what
then
is
he
this
kills
deal?
Malcolm in the Middle's dad. No, G. Gordon
Oh.
Liddy was the conservative host who was between Stern and Don and Mike
Yeah.
on JFK when
I
I was
know.
a
He
kid.
got-
Somehow he made it work.
He got famous for his involvement in Watergate.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Nice.
why he was a popular local
No,
celebrity.
I knew the name.
And he apparently, according to Don and Mike, used to piss in Tupperware during the show. I mean, I'm going to give him the old man prostate.
Why not a
benefit of the
Gatorade
doubt.
bottle? That's seriously what everybody else does.
He would piss in Tupperware.
It's got a big enough opening.
And I'm not saying he was a Nazi sympathizer, but he had a recording of Messerschmitt engine sounds that he would play in his car. as
Oh,
he drove.
interesting.
That's weird.
Not a Mustang, not a P-54. Was it a 54? Yeah.
I
Not a
don't know.
Spitfire or a Hurricane. Nope, Messerschmitt. You do the math.
Okay.
Continue.
Does it have a big trunk? Anyways, no, what I was going to say is people should check the some older episodes, actually, when we first got on to Arlington for the Kane Show episode. And that is the gentleman I am talking about right now, apparently
Oh, really?
assaulted his
Show.
wife.
A very
Going through like a year-long divorce right now. And, you know, I'm going to put the guy, put
stop
his
trying to
business
get us
out
to
there.
sympathize with him.
Yeah, I mean, I'm trying because, you know, I like not to be like a really bad guy, but I mean, his show sucks taint.
Could we have put that on ERA?
Right.
Are they big on taint sucking?
I don't know.
See, I didn't forget it.
That was perfect. I wish you would have played that after the trunk joke for something. Oh
So
my God.
Kane hosts a very female skewing show. Like your chick is big time Kane fan, right?
Oh yeah, she does. It is. I don't know. It's so big with the females, and which is funny because they even go over like, don't they go over like a bunch of cheating?
Well,
why is this big with chicks?
Their lamest
all they
bit-
do is talk about cheating.
because every woman is only obsessed with one thing, and that is her man
Is probably
leaving
cheating.
her for something better or cheating. Yeah, that's it. You're like, why are they showing food to fat people? Because it plays. All right, they like it.
Sorry, benefit
They
of the
act
doubt.
like they don't.
Benefit
They
of the
love
doubt.
it. Yeah, it's all they want. So Kane has a very female skewing show. He's the morning host on the local, like hot dance-a-do station, whatever the technical term for it is. And his show is Pablum. That's the nice big word for it. It skews to the lowest common denominator.
Oh, okay.
Very, very easy to understand.
Not
There's-
to me.
At any given time, about 7 people laughing at anything he says in studio, so it's funny.
Of course.
And
Never the
Kane
same.
is-
Never the same 7 people. By the way, if they've been there any longer than 3 months,
No, he
Is-
beats him out the door like
he
his wife.
does.
Is he the
Allegedly.
flagship show for iHeartRadio?
He's up there. Apparently,
Yeah.
he's syndicated
Very,
out
very
of
up
more
there.
than just like he doesn't just do DC anymore. I believe he's
No,
he
he's
was,
national.
He was a syndicated host. Yeah,
Totally not.
that talent couldn't be contained by one city. Oh
no, sir.
son of a bitch!
Can't
this
hold that guy back.
Stinks on ice. He's
Nah,
got that.
Mr. Peter Dabler.
I like to think of him as the double cheeseburger of radio, basically.
looks like
I
a
mean,
double
it's just you're shoving out garbage,
Oh,
and like people are just eating it
like
nationwide.
you're crapping him out 8 hours
Yeah.
later.
He's
Nah,
the
it's-
McDonald's of radio.
Just
He-
like the worst thing on the McDonald's menu, though.
He-
It's like
Absolutely has that fat morning DJ like that has to skew towards chicks
Pink
look.
sludge.
Where he's got like the coiffed, like kind of shiny, his hair is crispy to the touch. Like he looks like
Oh,
James. Is
God.
it James Corden?
Yeah,
And he has the
that's exactly what I was
the
thinking.
untucked
Not a fan of
button
Corden.
shirt with the
He's
sleeves.
probably a very nice guy. Not a fan.
He looks like James Corden, except he has his wife's blood on his fans. So
Giving a bad name to
Wow.
Pete's. Mr. Kane.
oh yeah, what is Kane's real
Peter Diebler. Peter Diebler.
name? Diebler. Oh,
Something like that.
That's
Something
that's a kraut last
Kraut.
name.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
See, this is us finding humor in
Mhm.
ethnic
I
things.
wonder if he's fans with Libby.
Yeah, G. Gordon Liddy. Yes.
Liddy.
G. Gordon.
She's
Yeah, I think they put on
let
their,
it go.
their Stuka sounds together and round up people with big noses just to be safe. They can't tell, but just to be safe. I'm Honduran. Get in there. Get in the back of our Mercedes Benz.
So I guess with us losing our station, there is kind of a bright side. He could be, falling to the wayside as well.
Oh, you think we're going to land that coveted hot 99.5 gig?
Oh, with our charisma, yeah, absolutely.
I think so.
And our
Whatever.
cheating shows.
Yeah. Where it's
It's
not
just-
like a fake War of the Roses call in. It's just me
Oh,
saying,
it's not. It's
this
just
is the
somebody
time
calling
I
in.
cheated on girlfriend X.
Yeah, it's just somebody calling in. John, I'm pregnant, and I'd like you to meet your 7-year-old son. Happy 500th episode.
The only time I ever want to hear that I have
We did
a
open the
son
phone lines.
is 1, he was miscarried. 2, he's 18. That's all. Any other circumstance, that's not going to go well. It's not going to be you have a son and it's Kyrie Irving and he wants to give you some money. It's not Lisa Left Eye Lopez who's crying. What was it? It wasn't Left Eye Lopez, and it wasn't, I think,
Yeah.
T-Boz. It was the real screwable one in the middle. The porch that
Chili?
Goldilocks banged.
Was it Chili?
Chili, sure. Yeah. Goldilocks would have plowed Chili. So Chili, it was one of those deals where Chili hadn't heard from her dad till she got real famous. And then, oh, baby girl, I'm here for you now. And Chili's just crying her eyes out because there's like no way to avoid it when your dad who neglected you comes out of the woodwork
yeah.
to do, like, you have to have balls of steel. Like, it's like trying not to be moved when you see the stabbed kittens and Sarah McLachlan's playing in the background.
Actually, Shaq did it.
I was literally going to say you have to
I
have
could see
balls like
that. You guys
Shaq
are
or
both-
DL Hughley, who I think both of them were just like, I think DL Hughley's line is like, you ain't my dad, you're just the dick I rode in on.
Wow. Yeah.
And
I mean, Shaq almost gave him money.
Wow.
And then, like, when he chose to, he ended up finding out, like, from his half brothers.
like what a D on wheels the dad was.
Yeah, he was just like, trust me, like, there's like 30 of us, You're the
my
only one
God.
he went to for like anything because you're really rich.
Wow.
Yeah. And he's like, you did the right thing. Like the dude just like showed up to meet Shaq one day to be like, hey man, you're my brother. Guy's like, yeah, what's up, bro? He's like, no, I just came to tell you, like, you did the right thing. That guy sucks.
Oh, the broken black family unit. What?
Too much laughter.
I can't point out what we're really laughing at here.
Too much. What's a 500 episode without laughter? Thank you. That needs to be piped in all the time.
There you go. Hey, Shaq, good thing you didn't give money to our dick dad. Yeah.
Oh boy.
So there you go, Kane. We obviously skew towards the 15-year-old teeny boppers.
Oh, by the way, his wife, super hot.
Dude, radio guys like do.
I
all
know.
right.
I was like, holy crap.
Because there's a certain
James Corden's bagging that.
yeah, having just sweaty fat sacks on top. of it.
Yeah, if you imagine how those kids were made.
Can you like do your producerly duties and get me a picture of that? And then
Oh,
give me a 10-minute
absolutely.
bathroom break
Of Natasha?
Natasha, sure.
Yeah, already sounds hot, right?
Yeah, so DJ's making money. Like, first of all, any guy in this area who's pulling 6 figures is going to get a decent looking girl. Like, you have to be deep on the I am a programmer, I've never touched a breast spectrum to not clean up there. You have to pull a real Zuckerberg.
Yeah.
Nothing. Okay. So you got it. Like, on top of the salary, this guy has a decent amount of fame in the area and he's home based. This isn't like marrying an actor or a comedian. They're not going to get too big, really. They're not going to leave you. This is a guy who has like a 9 to 5 in essence that brings him fame. And then he's coming back to your ass every day. Like, an intern might blow him, but he's human.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. And well, that's why I can't keep him around because he keeps trying to show him his ding dong. But I was like, can I see dick?
Don't get too raw.
I know. Can I see it? Well, it is the 500th. I guess I can. No, so I'm trying to pull it up because she runs a blog called
He beats me.
Little Pink Monsters. Little Pink Monsters.
Little Pink Monsters.
Little Pink Monsters. So let me try and pull that up here.
It sounds like a pet name for herpes bumps.
I know, right?
Okay.
It's a blog called Little Black Eye. Hold on, I'm trying to pull it up here in a second. I couldn't get any good pictures of her. I just got a bunch of other hot chicks, and then I got kind of distracted.
WordPress.iswearifell.com.
Yeah. No, I was reading some of the things, and it was like I guess he grabbed her and then he threw her.
Mhm.
But they also said that she claimed to have a black eye, but that was like not in the police report that like she.
The black guy. Maybe that's why he beat her.
Jeez. And I was like, how do you get a black eye from being thrown? I was like, something is missing here. So,
well, if you throw her by force of punching her eye,
right? I don't know how it all went down.
I can't say I've ever
and
done
hopefully that
the worst
didn't
I've
occur.
ever done is a bit of a like, what have you done kind of shake.
Okay, here we go. Here's
like you do after they launch the last bomb in Strangelove type thing. Like, that's really it. Like, I shook the woman to the point, like, if she were a baby, yeah, her little unsupported neck might have snapped. But she was an adult, so she lived.
Okay. So here we go.
Really?
I think so. I mean, she's got some other pictures out there, but I mean, come on. That's good, right? Maybe that's just up my alley.
Yeah, I think
almost looks a little
bad look. I mean, you're making me sound like I'm friggin',
I wasn't gonna
Casanova over
the
here.
Simon Cowell of box over
I wasn't gonna tell Pete how to do his job, but when he pulled up Google Images, I saw a couple of her made up where I'm like, all right, that's a pretty good glamour
I don't
shot.
know if that was her. I was trying. Remember the first one
yeah.
I pulled up was like Gutierrez, and then I was like, and that's when I was like, well, now I'm distracted.
Is there like one where it's just,
I
him
was like,
like
thanks a lot, Spanish chicks.
throwing eggs and ham at her ass, and that's how they met on air or something like that? Like,
That would have been awesome.
I
Yeah.
mean, he's a DJ. It happens.
I got my sister undressed, and then, he started liking her, like a Howard Stern episode or something like that, like a brother and sister episode. And then he was like, "That's how he met her."
I definitely remember a story.
Not that he would ever do that, because he's just gonna do some hacky bits like, "Oh, hey, we're just gonna do some scripted scripts, and then script.
Are we taking on Howard here? Because I'm willing
No, we're not.
to S on Kane.
Oh yeah. No, I'm
gonna
not.
mess
I'm
with
not
the
doing.
big poodle.
No, that wasn't nothing. What I was saying was, you were saying like, did they throw anything? Did they do any kind of humiliating thing to this fan? And that's how I met him.
No. So he legit met her. It wasn't like some sort of listener. I guess good on him. Bad on him for beating her later. There's me getting moral.
I also think
So
he was
that's
in
it.
radio.
We don't have any pictures. Just this one possible
I showed
picture.
you some pictures.
You showed me one. That's not plural.
Come
on, one more.
I'll have her send me something. Hold on. All right. Let me pull up something. TikTok.
Howard's got eyes on the monitor.
Why are you so interested in this? Is this like part of your dream to move to New York?
Oh, because F the dude.
Yeah, I want to move in after she gets half his money.
Yeah, I was gonna say F the dude, F his wife. Then there you go.
One figuratively and one literally.
That's not her?
No, that's not. That's the one I pulled up, and I was like,
okay, then just show me the hot girl so we can move on, because I came into this expecting to see a hot girl.
All right, guys.
Okay,
everybody look up Natasha Gutierrez.
Okay, if that's
way more
Kane,
important than
you're a pig for beating her. You like how I determined that once I saw she was beautiful?
Right.
You're a horrible man for putting a hand on her.
You're terrible.
And she is hot. Now, apparently that's not really her. I don't care.
I don't know. Maybe that's her maiden name.
The whole world can move on.
Yeah.
Oh, if her name's Gutierrez, she came out swinging at him. That was self-defense. I'm putting it out there right now.
Right.
You've dated like nothing but Latin girls. They are officially nuts, right?
Calls him like a season.
I mean, Lorena Bobbitt's maiden name wasn't Bobbitt. She was like Lorena Vasquez, and she's the first one to take it there. Now there's all sorts of peenie dismemberment. Great moments in Latino history. So it's not just Kane's wife that's had a very, very rough week, or Kane himself. Again, what's his real name?
Peter Deibler.
Pete Himmler.
Pete Heimler.
Pete Reinhard Heydrich.
Yeah.
I like how I'm trying to impress everyone by rattling off the names of 10 lead Nazis.
Oh, yeah.
I go deep
Did
with
you
this.
see him rattle off all the Nazis?
Do you want to know who commanded the Eastern Front?
At least you haven't played one on TV.
Impressive. Well, you're a history major, right?
Yeah, but I chose to specialize.
I played one on TV.
I know.
I recently. Son of a bitch. Damn it! I just thought about that. Oh my god.
I was a TV Nazi.
Wait a minute. I was a TV Nazi. True life. I was a TV Nazi.
This is what happens when you become Facebook friends with me. It's just like I'm gonna be like, "What's that?"
Yeah, I was.
Oh no way!
I got to play Hitler's right hand man. What was his name? John.
Johnson.
No.
I'm looking at you. Goebbels.
Was it Goebbels? There was, like I said, Reinhard Heydrich, Heinrich Himmler.
I googled. It might have been Himmler.
Who is the fat transvestite one, the head of the Luftwaffe? Luftwaffe.
He's the deputy Führer.
He was his right hand man who died in prison. They lied about it, but then it turned out to be like the SS.
What, the guy that like flew into London, the crazy one, and they kept him in the Tower of London for 50 years or something?
Prison.
I'm just glad that my 500th episode didn't skip on the Nazi trivia.
Oh, Rudolf Hess.
Rudolf Hess. Yeah.
That was it.
There you go.
John, how could you forget Rudolf?
Streak 500
Rudolph.
episodes strong. Your Nazi trivia for the day. Rudolf Hess is a winner.
Bing, 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 bing.
How
Word
did
of
you
the
get
day.
that gig, man?
Look at me. John already
They
said.
needed a DNA
John
sample
already
to prove his
said.
purity.
Although the guy that got to play Hitler was insane. Like, he looked just like
That's
show me pictures of Hitler. I
that's
can't
so
really tell you what he
unfortunate.
looks like. But
Baby Blues to Die For.
it was bad. They were. They
Was
were
that
great.
guy doing like local theater in high school? And they were just like, dude, you have to go to Hollywood. You were going to get cast in all the Hitler movies.
He's a professional
Jokes on
Hitler
him.
impersonator.
History Channel's now all pawn stuff.
Yeah. No,
You're
that's
just a guy that looks like Hitler in Hollywood now.
That's just-
wrong town to do that in.
that's just his life now.
Oh
He's
my gosh.
like a professional Hitler.
A professional
impersonator.
Hitler. That's just his resume.
Mhm.
Professional Hitler.
And there's another guy that looks exactly like Winston Churchill, and he is a professional Winston Churchill guy who just goes around. Anytime they do reenactments, they're like, "That's the guy we use."
So you just worked with a Hitler and a fat drunk.
That's it. That's all it was.
Very cool.
I guess for FDR, they can just find anybody in a
That
wheelchair.
sounds like most Friday nights. Though. Yeah, anybody in a wheelchair, like big deal. Yeah,
Sorry, that's funny.
anybody in a bathtub, tap. I mean, there are a lot that are pretty easy. But I think those ones, I mean, you got to look the part.
Hitler's the easiest. I'm sorry. You just put the mustache on.
Right?
I'd believe a Japanese guy with a mustache.
Jeez.
You know what Hitler never did?
Oh, Hitler's son.
He never molested anybody. I don't think so, right? He didn't do any child molestation.
Hitler absolutely never molested a child. And you know who else never molested a child?
Us.
Howard Flood in front of me. But you know
Never?
who did molest a child? A
This
man
episode.
that looks exactly like Howard. I mean,
6 inches shorter, by the way.
At least.
doesn't matter.
Guy looks like a munchkin.
Yeah,
It's-
okay.
Oh, wait,
okay.
mini-me.
hey, I'm gonna put the
It's
link.
not a doppelganger. It's the mini-me.
I'm gonna put the
Imagine if-
link. I'm gonna put the link on the YouTube.
It's
Oh,
Verne
man.
Troyer, the Verne Troyer of Howard's world, touching all them baby bungs.
Yeah, could you imagine if Dr. Evil found out his mini-me was a kid toucher?
He's
Like,
Dr. Evil. He'd eat it up. Or would he be like, this is too evil? This is where I draw the
yeah,
evil line.
exactly. That's that line. That's that line where now I know how the Ravens have a radio broadcaster named Jerry Sandusky, and it's so unfortunate
got
he
a little
works
hate
in
mail.
his industry. Because yeah, everybody's just like, I hate you. Like, you're a horrible person. You should die.
And-
And it's like, wrong Jerry. I spell mine with a G.
Oh, after a while, you just have to say with a smile on your face, oh, I don't F kids. I'm just a broadcaster. What's up? Good to meet you. Now that
So
the ice is
frustrating.
broken, hi there.
No, you seriously asked me before the show, like, hey, we should go to the Target. Like, where? Because
Well,
we're next to the Target where this happened. So
Yesterday, I'm checking my news feed on Facebook. There is a post by WTOP, the local news station,
Great
that
station.
says local kid toucher caught on camera at the Target that we've mentioned on air multiple times. There's a Target maybe, 500 yards from where we're broadcasting right now. We shop there all the time.
yeah.
And I'm like, is this the time they finally caught me? And I click on it. And I start laughing my ass off because the dude is a dead ringer.
He is not. The photo is a wide angle lens shot of the guy walking in, which I'm pissed about because like you can't tell his height initially. Because I looked at him like, oh my gosh, this guy looks like me. And then you see him coming up the escalator. I'm like, that dude is a midget. There is no way.
So it's Howard's like
I could
little
dunk on that
brother.
fool.
This
used
is
to be able
this
to
is
dunk.
like a T1000 made out of like half the necessary metal version of Howard. And I see this, and at the same time, Howard's texting me, and I'm watching OJ Made in America, and I'm like, ugh, it's not pressing. I'll get to Howard in a bit.
Yeah.
So eventually, Howard calls right when I had finished this episode of Made in America, and I was going to text him the link. I had literally had this typed in, and he's like, dude, I can't go to the Target for a while. And I reply, why? Because you look at the child, you look like the child molester who was busted there, and thinking I'd get a laugh, and he'd be like, yeah, what's going on? What are you saying? And instead he goes, yes, that's exactly why I can't go to the Target. There's a kid toucher on the loose who looks exactly like me. And then we laughed and laughed. And then today, of course, I tried not
Looks
so
exactly
subtly.
like you.
Well, I wanted to make for some great, real, like new 500th episode content. So I tried to get Howard to go to the Target with me. And I figure like the two of us with
Oh,
him.
that would have been great. We could have done it from
Well,
the jail.
if anyone looked at us cross-eyed, we'd be like, this man is not a kid toucher. And we'd scream it at the top of our lungs.
Yeah.
And we'd march you in front of children and be like, do you see even a hint of an erection? No, you don't, sir.
We're just looking at children's Nintendo toys because we love them.
Exactly.
Right, John?
I just no, man, because there's the racial element to it, man. Like I just feel like
Oh,
there's a bunch
totally,
of
yeah.
middle-aged white ladies who are on high
he's-
alert
he's
walking around
totes
that
Asian.
store, man.
Well, you do have that vaguely, because I think this guy, given the height and the more I look at the face, I think he's like Latino.
He's Asian.
He's probably Latino.
I
Yeah,
think he's
I think-
Asian.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm going to vote Latino. Although, yeah, now that I say it out loud, Asian isn't exactly a mark of being like 6'8". Like Howard's just weirdly half
Right?
Scottish and that
Yeah.
tall. But yeah, there's only one Yao Ming.
Let's see. I don't know. Also kind of looks like my friend Tommy, so I'm saying Asian.
But this guy apparently grabbed an
That is to say they all
11-year-old's
look the same.
ass, like a little 11-year-old kid's ass, on the escalator or something, and then
What's-
I don't
where's
know.
the motivation there?
he's probably
No,
into
no,
kids.
I don't think they got on the escalator because they only have like
No, 'cause
pictures of him. They didn't
they-
release
okay.
the whole. This is
It-
what sucks.
It must have been in the store.
It's prejudicial because they only released a couple snaps. Where if like they actually had some of the video footage so you could like get a sense of who this person is. Instead, it's just like fuzzy photos, a couple of which are a wide angle lens, so you can't even tell how tall he is. So like, this is why I can't go to like the freaking Target next door. If they'd actually released the video, or the police had like
the next door
estimated his height in the article and just told people, we estimate him to be like 5'6" or like 5'5" to like 5'9".
Don't
I can't
arrest
imagine this
people
guy being
that look
5'10".
as tall as you.
Yeah, it's
That'd
just
be
like,
nice.
I can't even walk around the radio station without being like, I wonder if people are looking at me right now because they're just like, wait a minute. You know, it's just
I have a little cousin
I don't know
really
if this
hate.
is a high alert thing.
What do you mean?
Like I don't know if like a lot of this is the first time I've ever heard about it. I didn't hear it on any local news here.
It's just, well, here's what's upsetting. My sister, this is the one of the worst parts, is my sister texted my wife and was like, hey, does this looks like someone we know? And to me, my wife was like, no, I think she's joking, you know? Like, because they went back and forth and joked.
Did she text you?
That's the part where I'm like, I don't think it's a joke if she doesn't text me first. Like, where am I going? Am I like gonna suddenly flee the country if my sister texts me about this? You should talk to me about it if you think it's funny.
That's like the Unabomber's brother turning him in. You know, like that probably took a lot of courage on your sister's part. So let's not throw her under the bridge. She was trying to save some more kids.
She needs to talk to me and be like, hey, this is...
She can't walk you through your problems, man. She's just trying to make sure this doesn't happen again.
Exactly, yep.
All right.
I just like, I have some like terrible things I could say
playing
about...
it safe.
I can't even go there. I'm mad at my sister. I'm just like, yeah, if you want to talk about cross-racial identification and like, you know, like people who look like Jared, I can't go there. All right, sorry.
No, what about Jared, Mr. Fogel?
I mean, he's like a tall white guy.
Is he like a
tall,
hero
lanky
to you?
white guy? I'm saying my brother-in-law is a tall, lanky white guy. Like maybe my like mixed race,
Are you gonna sell
like
your brother?
view of other people might get him confused with Jared. You know, it's kind of the same like approach to things for me. Where like I don't know, when I was in law school, man, we had this speaker come in once for the Innocence Project.
Mm-hmm.
This woman who had been raped actually like picked out a guy in a lineup who ended up serving over a decade in prison before they caught the real guy, and you could see their mugshots. And like their eyebrow lines were identical, the two guys.
Okay.
Because there was a serial rapist they caught who confessed to like this rape. And then they realized like, oh, the other guy, when he said he was just like being weird, riding a bike by himself at 3 a.m., that's probably what he was doing.
Mm-hmm.
And this other guy, like who just, there were different skin tones is the thing. Like there were, similarities facially, but yeah, it's really hard to pick somebody out of a different race.
Which one went to jail and which one had... How different were the skin tones?
Oh, I got what you're saying.
I was just curious to see.
Did
which
one of them
got
look
picked.
like Prince and the other Charlie Murphy?
Which one got picked? Yeah.
It wasn't
Charlie
that bad,
Murphy
but it
do
was
the
like
same?
there was definitely like a different shade of black.
Another one making us
It was
look bad.
distinctive. No, I mean like how's she supposed to know?
Nah.
It's just like
It was 3 a.m.
It's weird because they actually did a tour together nationally. They speak together sometimes
curious.
now, like the woman and the guy that ended up serving in prison for a while.
I hope she gave him a lot of consensual
That
sex
sucks.
after that.
Right.
It's just like it's very difficult. You know, this is a hard thing that people have to go through when like anytime you have this problem. This is why like I kind of understand more now why it sucks to be black in America, because like you are often just approached by the cops where it's like, we have an APB for a young black male.
yeah.
I'm gonna talk to you because like a white person who is middle-aged and pays like a fair amount in taxes said, hey, I think that guy might be the Negro who was identified committing a crime. So
What is this,
you
Arlington?
should talk to him.
Yeah, these sound like the people that got us off the air.
Yeah.
ERA.
Yeah, no, it's
He sounds like a radio Negro.
Exactly. I was like, yeah, it's because they couldn't see us.
I don't think the apology is
profile.
that heartfelt when it's like, oh, sorry, youth minister, didn't realize like you hadn't stuck up the 7-Eleven.
Yeah.
You just kind of reminded me of the guy. That's why the flip is like,
We almost put you away for 20 years, but don't be a bitch about it. We didn't. Walk it off.
Jeez.
no, it's
So are we going to the Target after this or what?
no,
Just
like,
to prove a point.
listen, like,
They won't put you away. I won't let them.
it's frustrating because like I have been arrested and profiled before, and like the day this article came out, I actually did apply for TSA pre-check because like I'm trying to avoid like flight lines right now, and like to this day, man, that was like
What, to get out of the country after they busted you here?
Yeah, that's what it sounds like. Oh, so you're just trying to fly away, huh?
No, but like in order to get TSA pre-check, one of the questions they ask, have you ever been arrested? And I could be like, yeah. Like the cops thought I was a Hispanic gangbanger when I was 18.
I had to answer that
It
question
sucked.
too.
Yeah, you had a
Never
weird
convicted.
No,
I was just arrested.
Pete over here is getting some sort of, what is it, a security clearance? And they're like, do you use an alias? And he has to be like, yes.
Yeah.
I'm
That's
Pete.
always fun.
I'm Pete, maybe in some places.
Yeah, in some places.
But I would say like
I'm also Rudolf Hess.
I just
That
find
didn't
it
go over as well. They were like, I don't know.
I just find it ironic, man, that like on a day where I had to relive getting profiled by the police, like 16 years later, that same day, my sister, who literally has the same like genetic makeup from the same two parents, did the same damn thing to
urges.
me.
Well, she said that I believe the quote was, "You all look alike to her."
Me and my sisters do run the spectrum because like one of my sisters looks really Asian. The one who like
The Richmond one?
yeah,
Okay.
the one who was like texting my wife like half joking, like not entirely joking, like hey, does this look like somebody we know?
Yeah, all you honkies look alike to her.
She actually like occasionally people are like, are you black?
What? How dumb are? Okay, that's more where
That's
she
not a
lives
great
and how
question.
stupid people are.
No, I mean I can kind of see like she could.
What makes
she
her
could be
look
like,
black? The Asian black hair, the Asian eyes, the Asian skin tone.
You've never seen her tan. I'm telling you, like when we get dark, Jennifer could possibly be part black. When I get dark, like I look like a migrant laborer. I understand. Like okay,
You look like one of those guys that was on an island for 20 years and doesn't know that we dropped the bomb and won the big one.
Still fighting.
Yeah, sitting there still loyal to Hirohito
Jeez.
with his bayonet.
I mean, yeah, no, like there are times where people are like, oh, you're definitely Asian. There are times people walk up to me and they start speaking to me in Spanish. They're usually from Guatemala for whatever reason, but like it just happens, man.
Oh, he was just showing me a text from Butters.
Oh,
Butters
okay.
said, never mind. I thought we were going to have her call in, but I guess she had to run.
Oh, damn.
Butters, it
No,
would've-
I was showing you my text. Is that the right phone number?
Oh.
Butters is going to call in. And when you guys were supposed to keep talking, I was going to show you a
Oh,
text.
you're going to
Nobody would be any of the wiser, but I was just making sure that the text was right.
Hold on, Captain
Thanks a lot,
Mumbles. Give
guys.
me 1 second.
I think it's 703-680-TALK.
No, it's not.
No, it's not.
So how about you?
So
keep
you
talking?
guys don't talk. You guys don't call into that
Bottom one.
number whatsoever. Can you just? Well, I'll fine.
You want me to read it off live?
I'll send it.
So
Well,
some
if we,
dickbag
I was
joker
gonna
can
say, I
call
was
in?
like, yeah, maybe it is the wrong one.
I was going to say
Which one? Which one talks to us?
bottom one.
Okay.
I was going to say the not 1111
Ah.
I was going to say to help a brother out, I brought in the child that has leveled these charges. There we go, against the person that looks just like Howard. But they're here now to clear his good name. So hi, child. Hi, nameless child.
You're the worst.
I wish I had something to say hi back to me, but I didn't cut that part of the intro. You've never seen Howard before in your life, have you? Oh, wait, you have? Here, get on mic and tell us what
Yes.
what
Come,
Howard
get closer to the mic.
Yeah.
You're the worst.
What does Howard mean to you?
We'll give you
He's
cake later.
silly. He's a tickle monster.
What?
Oh.
He's a tickle monster. No.
No, where? How did he?
Dude, you can't be stealing other people's
Do you have
material.
any-
Come on, son.
Do you have any?
Come on, son.
Do you have anything else you'd like to tell us, kid?
Oh, we have a caller. Who? Let's get the Butters on. Give me 1 second.
I didn't hear the phone ring.
Butters?
Let's just
I
not
think I
answer
just
it.
hung up on her. Butters, call back. I'm stupid.
Yeah.
Please call back. We botched it.
Remember, I was like, we should try that earlier.
So
Come on, man.
Did the man say anything else to you? Did he make you do anything?
did he make you do anything? Let's find out.
He showed me funny movies with fully naked people in them.
Oh,
Okay.
that sounds like after work.
I didn't know that was Howard. That's a little damning. Straight from the
Guys are the
mouth of
worst.
babes.
I hate you both.
Butters, do we have you now?
I don't know. Do you?
We do, and you're loud as the
Wow.
bejesus. Hi, Butters.
Butters, yes or no? Do you think Howard did it?
We miss you so much. Yeah. What's your
Oh,
vote?
I miss you guys too. It's been ages, as you're aware.
It has been, but we got to hang out with you in New York a couple weeks ago. For Everyone, this is co-hostess Butters. We miss her madly. She was awesome, but she had to spread her wings and work a big girl job in New York and live in a roach motel.
Aren't they all though?
You witnessed
really
it
are.
yourself. You had to kill about 4 or 5, I would say, in a single. Well, I wouldn't say sitting because it's really standing room only where we are. But so in a single standing, you had to kill
7
4 or
in
5.
one swoop.
And what's bizarre is after a couple gins, for some reason, I didn't kill them in any kind of like civilized way using a paper towel.
Oh, no.
I just kind of popped them like zits. Like I just pressed my thumb against them on the
You
wall.
held them up to the light so you could see the innards and then squeeze.
Yeah, you got a little animalistic there.
It was pretty wild.
What can I say?
This dude was trying to drink gin.
I'm a
straight out the
caged
bottle.
beast. So what is your big New York night?
Right now or in general?
Well, I know right now you're on the phone with us.
Yeah.
That's my big IQ at work. But
That's a hell of a night, if
what
you
do
ask
have
me.
planned for the rest of the night? Where is your roommate?
She's here.
Hello.
She actually got a job this week. She
Oh,
started
what'd she
on
book?
Monday, so, yes, very exciting
Can
stuff.
she talk about what she booked? Or no?
About what she what?
Booked. Or is this like this is like a real time?
It's social media.
Oh,
That's
nice.
all I know about it.
Cool.
Yeah.
And how
but
is
I
your
actually
work
do
going,
have a
Miss?
big night planned on Saturday because it's my birthday.
Wait,
So I'm
what?
planning to try to relive that New Year's Eve story that I told y'all.
when you got really messed
Few
up
months ago.
And the
you-
guy
you-
stole your hat and you didn't want to bang him.
and you broke into a
Correct.
building
I'm
and you
going to try to go a different route this time if I am presented the same opportunity.
Are you not going to steal his hat this time?
Well, first of all, I wasn't stealing his hat. He tried to steal my hat that I found on a bar that previously belonged to a complete
she
stranger.
didn't realize she was being
But-
flirted with.
Yeah, no, I'm an idiot. It's fine.
So the approach this time is going to be.
We're going to make her a shirt that says "It's my birthday, bang me."
That sounds like
If
a
you
really
could
cool
do
Papa's
that and
Basement shirt.
overnight it, but make sure that it's in a parcel small enough to fit in my pathetic, tiny New York mailbox. And that is not a euphemism. I mean that literally.
You don't even
classic
have like
Butters.
human-sized mail. Like, how would I send an actual package to you then?
I don't know. I don't know how the post system works.
I think it might like just collect at the front of your building and then get promptly stolen.
I don't think so. We get, notices left that say that they claim that they tried their darndest to deliver something to us.
Butters,
I don't know. I don't have proof of that.
Where are you going out on Saturday night?
All day. So
all
honestly,
day event.
beginning around 9 a.m.
What do
I
you
will
got
be
planned?
out. Boot to boot.
What are the places you're gonna hit? Some of our
Well, I'm
NY
gonna
listeners,
hit
if they
up
want to come over
The
there.
zoo
Ooh,
in Central Park.
all right.
Don't get any
Crazy.
gorillas killed.
Yeah, don't.
People really get worked up about that. Do not get anything killed.
I am going to stay on my side of the barrier.
Always watch
for
your
sure.
kids.
The barrier, get it? Because they have bears.
Oh, I miss those puns.
Yeah, I know you do.
What's
I
next?
still have my my little desk hardware trophy that you guys made me.
Oh, that
up
thing
on
was
my desk.
awesome.
Loud and proud. People ask me what it's for, and I explain. Long ago, many moons ago, I was on this hilarious comedy podcast in DC. You should really check it out.
Aw. Do they?
No.
I didn't think so.
You're not
tried it.
tweeting enough.
You tried.
Well,
Yeah.
What's next on the list? What do you do after the zoo?
After the zoo, well, before
And
the
I know
zoo,
that
there's
that's
brunch
code for
somewhere,
something, but
obviously. Gotta
we won't
fuel
get
up.
into it.
Say what?
I said I know that that's code for something, but we won't get into it. Where are you
I
going
don't
after
even
the
know
zoo?
what you're talking
Yeah.
about. But,
it just makes me want to sing "After the Zoo" to the tune of Nelson's "After the
Oh,
Rain."
animal style.
Oh. Are you insinuating our dear Butters is getting plowed?
No,
In
she
her
might.
filthy
I mean,
roach
why
motel?
not start it off like that?
That's a good point.
Butters, are you trying
May
to
as
get some?
well.
Are
And
you
just
going to
go
try to
from
get some
there.
birthday D?
Yeah, if I can.
Okay.
Sure.
Do you,
It might. Honestly, my drunk persona isn't even interested in sex. It's more like I just like to
Drink?
F with strangers. I had to censor myself there. Remember, we're on radio here. But not in a sexual way, in like a mischievous way.
Okay, so
Yeah.
so Butters is actually hornier when sober than drunk.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
Alcohol
That's what I
takes
say.
that straight away from me, and I just want to go break into some buildings and steal
Wow.
people's stuff.
So
Nice.
no D
No
for
thicker.
Butters, but maybe an arson arrest.
I know. That would be fantastic.
Well, it's
Well, what'd you do? I just watched
so the
it
legit
burn.
birthday is Saturday, Butters?
It is.
All right. Well, and what are you, 24?
I'm turning 23.
Oh my God, damn, you're young.
How do you feel about that?
Oh,
Uh,
terrible.
I feel
honestly.
like
About
we're
my accomplishments and my age and everything.
Oh boy.
I feel like we're like Howard. We
Take
were
us with
grabbing
you.
kids' asses when we hung out with you. Well,
hate you
Butters,
Go around grabbing kids in Target.
thank you so much for calling in. It was great hearing you.
course.
Please come down and do a show like in studio with us again.
I absolutely will.
I know you only
I
come
miss you
down
guys.
to party with the old white people of Arlington.
Oh yeah.
They don't want anything to-
PPC.
but-
We party responsibly.
Yep, they don't want anything to do with us now. So
No, it's done. It's over.
we're not
You-
even allowed to go
They're
in the
lost.
city limits.
Well, Butters, happy birthday in advance. I'm going to make a note in the phone to wish you a happy birthday while you're still like mildly cognizant, like by noonish.
Thank you, and a happy 500th episode to both of you.
Oh, bye, Butters.
Bye.
Aw, who doesn't miss Butters?
Who doesn't love a Butters?
But we have to get back to clearing Howard's good name before we get off the show. Where last we left,
We were stealing material from It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
exactly the
Yeah.
episode Dennis looks like a
Is that where we
convicted
found
sex
this kid?
offender. Yeah.
He was that kid that used to be on Always Sunny.
So, child, you say child. I say child. Apparently, Howard showed you some inappropriate movies, but is there anything else that was raising might give us pause here?
He gives me juice boxes that make me sleepy.
Oh,
Well, that
oh,
is a little concerning.
what happened after the juice boxes? I'm almost afraid to ask here.
Do we want to know?
Oh, he's crying.
We-
He's crying over here.
Let him get it out. He's got to work through this.
Come on, man. Be brave.
He can do it.
Be daddy's little soldier over here. Come on. Yeah. Okay. All right.
Just
All
let-
right. He's got his hand in the air. He's
This-
indicating he's.
This is a safe place.
All right. All right, kid. What did Howard do? This backfired horribly. I wanted to exonerate Howard here, but
He makes me taste things I don't want to. He puts things in my hiney.
okay. All right.
Oh wow.
Well, I can safely say that's Howard's last appearance on
That's
this
rough.
show.
Hmm.
We don't support any sort of drugging and hiney antics.
You know, I'm starting to come around to why ERA decided not to put this show on anymore. I'm starting to see what they were getting at.
Oh. I mean, sure, they might have been right, but F them.
Oh my God. Well, don't worry, Howard. We love you. No matter what affliction you suffer.
You're always welcome here.
What? Oh my God. That means we're out of here. How
That
did
is
that
it.
happen? My good Lord. 500 episodes. Insanity. Everyone, thank you for listening to Papa's Basement. I'm John Papa Giorgio. It has been incredibly fun.
I think I'm gonna cry.
I'm going to go out on a limb and say there's going to be a bunch more episodes because I don't think there's any radio daddy warbucks that's
You're
going
damn
to
straight.
pluck us out of here. Thank you so much to Butters for calling in. Thank you to Uber producer and co-host Pete Maybe. Thank you
Maybe.
to Howard Flood. We're going to find a way to get you on air even through that little phone in prison.
You're a jerk. I'm never coming back.
Show's website inpapasbasement.com, at Papa's Basement on Twitter and Instagram. We're on Facebook. You can find our videos on YouTube. Until the next one, we are out of here.